Hi, I'm Brendan Jack, a Director and Head of Investments at RMS Advisory. Today I'll be looking at the RMS Accretio Living Annuity Portfolio, the 2024 returns. Before reviewing the returns and the risk of the portfolios for 2024, I think it is useful to step back and look at the principles that guide these portfolios and how they were set up initially, and the principles that also apply to how we run the portfolios on a forward-looking basis. Firstly, we look for managers who have lower volatility and risk than the peer group average, but we want the portfolios to deliver similar returns to the peer group average over time. Secondly, we select managers who have got lower correlations and different investment styles. Thirdly, we blend these managers in a way to reduce risk and deliver returns. And lastly, we look for investment simplicity. We do not want a long tail of funds in this portfolio. It must be short and concise as possible. I think it's always helpful to look at things and give a bit of an overview of a portfolio. And on that basis, the Accretio Living Annuity portfolio is a moderate risk portfolio. So what that means is it's about a 5 out of 10 on the risk spectrum, with the return objective of inflation 4 to 5% per annum over time. So turning now to the 2024 returns for the Accretio Living Annuity portfolio, it delivered 11.6% for 2024. The return objective, inflation plus 4 to 5% per annum, call it 4.5%. If you take inflation at 4.4%, the return objective therefore is 8.9%. So delivering ahead of the return objective. But as you can see, the peer groups delivered 13.4%, so below the peer group average. But importantly, all the underlying investment funds within the portfolio delivered positively towards the returns over 2024. Having just spoken around the 2024 numbers, I think it is always important to take a view of returns with the lens of risk and considering the risk taken. And on that basis, a bit more of a time horizon is always good to have a look back. And here on this basis, we've got a 3-year risk and return review. As you can see, the Accretio Living Annuity portfolio has delivered an annualized return of 9.5% per annum versus the peer group average of 8.3% per annum. So over 3 years, it has outperformed the peer group average. Importantly though, it has done that more consistently over the last 3 years, and that's shown by over 80.5% of the time the portfolio has been positive over the 3 years versus the peer group average, where it's only 58.3% of the time it has been positive. The returns have been positive. Maximum drawdown is another way to look at risk, and on that basis, the Accretio Living Annuity portfolio over the 3-year period to December 2024 had a maximum drawdown of 1.4%. Compare that to the peer group average, which has been 6.4% drawdown. And then the months to recovery thereafter, Accretio Living Annuity portfolio took two months to recover versus the peer group average of 2 months. And having spoken about the risk and return over 3 years, I think it is always helpful to contextualize these things on a visual basis. And as you can see on the screen, there is a risk and return scatter plot. And this shows the 3-year risk and return. The vertical axis is the annualized return. The horizontal axis is the standard deviation, in other words, the risk. And there's a lot of gray dots there. Each gray dot represents one peer group fund. The green dot in the middle is the peer group average. The black dot on the left-hand side is the RMS Accretio Living Annuity portfolio. And as you can see, it's delivered slightly higher returns over 3 years annualized versus the peer group, but with significantly lower risk.